Hi guys, thanks for coming back to the channel. I know I haven't been posting for a very long time. Probably no one's gonna watch this video, but you know what? I felt like I had to make this video. I do hope people do see it. Please do share because it does make sense. And also, I just felt like I need to respond to Crypto Chico latest video in regards to Binance hack. I'm not here to actually defend Binance. I'm not here to say what they're doing is correct. I'm here actually just to talk about Crypto Chico video because I think the information he was talking about in that particular video was incorrect. That's my opinion. I'm going to try to make the video not too long. I'm actually recording this for the second time because the first time around ended up being 25 minutes. Oh my god. So I felt like I can't post a 25 minutes video. No one's going to watch it. I mean, who has 25 minutes to waste? So let's get started. So was it a hack or an inside job? That's how Crypto Chico starts the video, and I'm not going to play the actual video because I don't want someone to take my video down by using his video. So was it a hack? Was it an inside job? I can say, I mean, it could be both. It could be a hack, could be an inside job. A hacker using an insider to hack Binance, or it could be two separate things. A hacker just hacking Binance, or an insider just hacking Binance. Moving on, he talks about the trading. Why is the trading continuing if we have this hack? And the reason he talks about this is because we had an incident last year where we had something with Zcoin. Apparently 7,000 bitcoins once again were taken, but last time we didn't have the trading continue. And what I can say is maybe the circumstances are different this time around. Maybe Binance felt like last time we need to completely stop because the circumstances say so. This time around there's no need to, everything is controlled, so we don't need to stop trading as well. Let's be honest, I mean, I think Binance played it very well by them allowing the trading. For some people, it looks like Binance was never hacked. They don't care, their funds are there, everything is SAFU, and they can continue trading because you have people actually trading for months, not taking money out. They just keep growing their funds. And therefore, by continuing trading, people feel like there's nothing wrong. Yeah, Binance have problems, problem is theirs. I can continue trading, the thing is working. So I think they've done very well with this. What they've done as well is, and I'm not quite sure, I can't pinpoint it, but what they've done as well is they've put a limit to the amount of sale percentage you can place or buy. It could have been done prior to this or after this. Now what we have in here is someone actually pushing the price on link, as you can see, to nearly a crazy amount of money, 9,999. But we had a post, it's still there, but most of the information has been removed, that apparently someone lost 400,000 paying over 17,000 times the market price on a market buy order. Information has been removed, not quite sure why. But to me, if someone is posting about it and let's say it's not linked to Binance, maybe someone really did messed up. Maybe they had fat fingers, they pressed the wrong thing and they end up spending all their money buying link, and someone is laughing all the way to the bank. And maybe afterwards Binance said, okay, is it manipulation, is it a mistake? We don't know, because immediately they don't know about it. So therefore they've put this limit that you can actually place orders. Now the limit has been removed because CZ posted something not too long ago. So to me personally, by Chico posting this, it's kind of like far-fetched. It may have nothing to do with the hack, or it may have something to do with the hack, but that's why there was that limit placed, let's say, there. But judging by the Reddit post, it has nothing to do with it. Someone just messed up and they've lost their money. Now obviously they're trying for Binance to give their money back. We're gonna see what's gonna happen with that. Now moving on, they talk about why did CZ delay the announcement. I mean that doesn't make sense. Just asking this question doesn't make sense. Do you really want, when something happened, for CZ to just come out and say we've been hacked? I can't give you any more information, and to install that further that fear into people and get panic and everything to blow out of proportions. First, of course, you put the exchange under maintenance. That's what's always been done. You then rectify, you see what's going on, you find out more information. So when you come out and talk about it, you are really giving solid information rather than just speculating yourself and then maybe an hour later contradicting yourself. So I think Binance did the right thing. I mean, it's not as easy. It's not like leaving your wallet on the table, walking out of your house, coming back after half an hour, seeing your wallet is not there. You call the police and you say, oh, someone stole your wallet. You know it has happened simply because the wallet is not there. And it's easy, but not with these things. You can't just rectify this in 5 minutes. I mean, you can't find all the information in a few minutes. Same kind of like in the real world. When something happens, something big, the police commissioner or whatever comes out and say, we have a situation, everything is under control, bear with us, we're going to come back after a few hours, wherever, we're going to give you more details. That's exactly what CZ did. However, he then posts this right here on the video and talks about, was CZ trying to sweep everything under the rug? And I'd say, what's wrong with that? CZ here is asking someone, we don't know who, needs some help freezing funds on these addresses. Any help will be much appreciated. So I'm guessing, again, kind of like Crypto Chico and whoever posted this to him, it's kind of like spreading funds, because all he's asking is, can we get these funds being frozen? And there's nothing wrong with that. If you get hacked and you lose your funds, the first thing you probably is going to come up to your mind, oh my God, can I do something? Can something be done? And you're going to try to rush in Reddit, whatever, trying to start asking people, can something be done about it? You're not just going to sit quiet and think, okay, whatever. I mean, we know how Bitcoin works. We know blockchain, whatever. We know it's almost impossible. But I guess CZ was just asking. And obviously, he was probably asking for people to freeze the funds. As we know, he asked exchanges and whatnot in order for them not to be immediately spent and get lost. I don't see anything wrong with that. And for Crypto Chico to actually post this, it makes no sense. It kind of, in a way, it's even stupid. Moving on, he talks about the fact that the Bitcoins were sent to SEGWIT addresses. Binance doesn't support SEGWIT addresses. Did someone inside Binance messed up and they got their Bitcoin stuck and they delayed everything because they were trying to find someone to obviously fix the situation, see if they can unstuck their Bitcoins. And after a few hours, they were able to find this miracle worker to be able to actually unstuck the Bitcoins, which it just sounds stupid in itself, because we all know a BC1 address is a SEGWIT address, and you can use this type of addresses. Not everyone is supporting them. There's nothing wrong with it. You don't lose your funds if you send it to a SEGWIT address. But by Crypto Chico, they got their Bitcoin stuck, they were unspendable, they were panicking, and they needed to find someone to obviously somehow unlock this SEGWIT addresses in order for them to be able to control the Bitcoins. After a few hours, it was all this miracle worker came along, he did everything, and the Bitcoin started to move. Stupid, just stupid. I mean, please, it's ridiculous. We all know hackers sometimes sit on Bitcoins for hours, for days, and there's nothing wrong for them to sit on. In this situation, maybe they decided, okay, let's reorganize the Bitcoins, let's move into lesser addresses, and maybe they use SEGWIT address. I'm just speculating here, but maybe they use SEGWIT address to move the Bitcoins out in order kind of to, one, show the world that, okay, we truly did hack Binance, because they don't use SEGWIT addresses, therefore it's not them, it's somebody else. Second, maybe they use the SEGWIT address in order to be quicker or cheaper to send the Bitcoins, because maybe they wanted them to kind of like rush in and get them to their addresses much quicker, or simply maybe because they want them there so then they can transfer them out from those addresses to another SEGWIT addresses, like they've done, cheaper, faster to move, and then obviously whatever they're going to do afterwards. And they felt like maybe Binance is not supporting SEGWIT, let's send them to somewhere else and let's be safe about it. So that's all I can say about this. It just doesn't make sense to claim that Binance was trying to find out a miracle worker to unstuck the Bitcoins, and then Binance started to move the Bitcoins. Then he talks about the fact that Binance probably lost a lot more than 2%. Simply because why would you want to reorganize the the blockchain if you lost only 7,000 Bitcoins? But then again, maybe when he was asking, can the Bitcoin be frozen, and CZ said himself he didn't know actually you can reorganize the the blockchain and whatnot. Maybe someone did suggest this to him. You can reorganize the blockchain. It hasn't passed so much time. If you can actually get somehow people to support you, you can roll it back, get the Bitcoins back, you'll be okay. But then obviously he realized, okay, it's not going to happen. So he pretty much almost immediately after the the video, he did the live video, he said, okay, it's not going to happen. People just told him, just forget about it, it's not going to happen. So he admit it's not going to happen. So I don't think he stopped because Crypto Chico said Binance CZ decided to not reorganize the blockchain because he found someone to unstuck his Bitcoins. No, he decided to not reorganize the blockchain because it's not down to him. He can reorganize the blockchain. It doesn't depend on him. It depends on many people around the world, and no one's gonna do it. It was pointless to even suggest, although if you're not aware, this has happened twice before. You can search and you're gonna find more information about it. Moving on to the next thing I'm gonna talk about it, because I feel like video is getting too long. It's this right here. So he posted about this right here. By the way, you can actually see right here, one second, let me move this again here. You can see here, and there will be links down below, that many wallets, some exchanges and whatnot are supporting the Bech32, which is the SEGWIT addresses, and those addresses are obviously not addresses where you lose your Bitcoins if you send your Bitcoins to. Real quickly, he also talked about the fact that Binance must have lied because they've lost they lost 7,000 Bitcoins, but it doesn't make sense because on the cold wallets they have 180,000 Bitcoins. If you calculate this by 2%, it comes to about 3,600 Bitcoins. So therefore they must have lost a lot more because they have a lot more Bitcoins. But one, this is only the cold wallet, so obviously they have more Bitcoins. They have hot wallets, they possess more Bitcoins. Second, maybe CZ was talking about we've lost 2% of our holdings in terms of total holdings, what they're holding, and this could include BNB coins and all other coins that Binance own. Just like when you go to your account and you click on balance, you can see all the old coins, Bitcoin, wherever, and on the right corner you can see how much the total value in total Bitcoin, and you can actually see how much your total value, like everybody else is doing right now with the old coins dipping real hard. You can see how much your Bitcoin value is going down. So maybe that's what Binance was referring to, and I don't see anything wrong. Again, Crypto Chico is just speculating here in a way, spreading FUD. To me, it sounds exactly what has happened. They've lost around 2%, 7,000 Bitcoin from their total holdings. Is it only the Bitcoin holdings? It could be. Maybe they have more wallets that don't need to be shown, or we don't need to know about it. Or maybe it's the total value of what they're holding in general, all the coins, equals to 2%, 7,070 Bitcoins. So let's move on. Talk about this, because this also doesn't make sense what Crypto Chico is talking about. He talks about this, the fact that Bitcoins were sent 555, 463, 473 and whatnot, but in order to do that, you need to have higher addresses. Level 1, 2 BTC per day. Level 2, 100 BTC per day only. And level 3, a lot higher, depending on your circumstances. Obviously, you gotta probably chat with Binance for them to allow you this and whatnot. It's a higher. So how is it possible for these hackers to obtain only these level 3 addresses in order for them to transfer these Bitcoins out? And I'd say, well, that's not how it worked. That's not what happened. First of all, they controlled level 2 accounts. They didn't control probably a single level 3 account, because you can't control this. And in a moment, we're going to find something very interesting. And that's why sometimes we need to sit down and wait for more and more information to come out. And this is why CZ initially delayed. But Crypto Chico just wanted CZ to come out in the first 5 minutes and say, we got hacked. Of course, everyone's going to want more information. You don't want to say we got hacked and then wonder, oh my God, what's happening, what's going on, and find out more details few hours down the, later on. By then, we may not have hair on our head. So he did the right thing. So no level 3 accounts were hacked, only level 2 accounts. Because if we go right here, to this report, again, there will be linked down below, we can say that there were actually 70 inputs of 100 BTC, which is a level 2. Level 2 is an account, if you're not aware, which needs passport, information about, you to be proven, but no one talks to you. You just send it over there. You could actually have someone stolen information, for what I know, send it over there and be approved. So no one actually sent 500 Bitcoins, 400 Bitcoins, whatnot. They were sent at 100 Bitcoins at the time. So completely wrong, completely false on Chico. Real quickly, he talked about, maybe they're doing this so they can get people to DEX. But again, this doesn't make sense. There's nothing wrong to get people to decentralized exchange. I mean, whoever understands cryptocurrency knows that the best thing for everyone is to have decentralized exchanges, so no funds are stored on the centralized exchanges, your control of your cryptocurrency. Although currently I don't see Binance DEX being completely decentralized, but if it ends up being completely decentralized, it's actually a good thing for Binance to push it, to get people educated, so you are actually in control of your Bitcoins. He talks about stablecoin, again, has nothing to do, in my opinion, with the hack. Just trying to spread a little bit more of it. There's nothing wrong for Binance to have a stable coin. They're running a business. They're trying to be even more powerful. They're trying to earn more money. It's down to them. Just like everybody else is trying to increase their Bitcoin, holdings. What's wrong with that? I don't know. Now, moving on, finally, this right here. No users' accounts were affected because 7 hours ago someone asked, and I've asked this myself, and I actually posted this in a few places, wondering how come we have accounts hacked, but no one is actually talking about, no one is actually complaining somewhere that they've lost funds. They went into their account and it was zero. And CZ replied, no user accounts were affected. That's a whole industry for fake KYC, people sending their own info and help you do a video verification. Won't disclose more. It's just makes it worse. So as you can see, I replied, does this proves this? This is me. It's not the whole tweet, however. On the 8th of May, posting, is it possible to have people that actually sold or given for percentage their details, knowing they will be reimbursed by Safo? Now, thinking about it, didn't make. It makes sense, but at the same time, who would actually give their account, let's say containing 100 Bitcoins, to someone to take this 100 Bitcoins and then possibly waiting for this person to give them money back? Obviously, I didn't think too much through it, but I was at the right direction because we see this happening with credit cards, bank accounts, card tabs, and whatnot. Now, if you didn't understand this, the way now I get it, it is pretty much what I was saying, but slightly different. What's happening, if this is correct, is you have, let's say, 70 people. We have this happening in countries where people pay people, let's say, to vote for certain individual. You go to someone and you say, listen, I want you to vote for this person. I'm going to give you $100 here. Let's say the hacker, whoever it was, found 70 people and said to them, listen, here, I'm going to pay you $1,000. I want to make an account in Binance. We're going to get it to level 2. You're not going to lose anything because you have nothing there. You don't own anything there. And you again going to give me control of this account. Okay, fine. Certain people, even for $100 would do this. If they're not going to lose anything, you have very poor people around the world that would do anything for money, especially if it's $100, $500, $1,000. For everyone is different. So hackers possibly got these 70 people, made these accounts. No one had to talk with anyone. It could be stolen identity, but I doubt it. I think it's more to do with this. Reading at the tweet. So they got people making these fake KYC accounts, making a video about it. Let's say how to make it, because you can do this online. Let's say post somewhere and say, listen, I need people to make second level account. I'm paying $1,000, let's say, per account. This is how you do it. Post a video how to do it. People did it, send the information, he verified, send him the money, I don't know, whatever. So the hacker obtained these 70 accounts, let's say 70, 80 accounts, level 2. Then they got into, obviously, somehow to the hot wallet, but they couldn't withdraw the money out of the hot wallet. But somehow they did find, and this could were maybe inside information, I don't know. Maybe somehow they found how to send the 70,000 Bitcoins from the hot wallet, because everything is happening inside the Binance, from the hot wallet to these 70 accounts, each 100 Bitcoins, and then the accounts sending out immediately at the same time this 7,000 bitcoins, and it does make sense. Hope you enjoyed this, guys. Let me know what do you think. I hope I've in a way proven the Crypto Chico video, although interesting, it doesn't make sense, a lot of false information in my opinion, in a way kind of even spreading FUD. I can see his channel going this direction, a lot of you know, speculations, a lot of, you know, kind of like in a way FUD, but you know, it is an interesting watch, people watch it, but you know, we need to do a little bit more, especially if you're trying to do the right thing. In my opinion, this time around he failed completely. As you've seen, I've proven many of his points being wrong, and if this is correct, in fact I was very right by suggesting that people sold their details, and that's how hackers got the money. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Feel free to come back. I'm going to try to post more videos. I always say this. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Made it too long.